Wahala. Try.
Big Brother house.
Hey.
You know, guys, this is the part where I really love to shout, yes, I said it, and I'm going to do so right now. Yes, I said it. I did a video yesterday, right? It was all about my expectations for this new merger that Big Brother did, merging the level 2 and the level 1 house together. So I did that video and I listed out a number of things. Yes, if you all watched that video, you agree with me that I mentioned that one of those things I am looking forward to is seeing how the level 1 and level 2 housemates are going to collaborate when it comes to their task, especially the weekly wager task, because we know for a fact that amongst the level 1 housemates, there are certain housemates that are very, very annoyingly assertive. And when we're talking about annoyingly assertive, most of the time, they have no ideas of their own. Most of the times, they are devoid of ideas, of creativity, but they just surely like having their way. They just like stamping their authority over other people's ideas. I did not want to name names yesterday because already people are saying that, oh, Glory, you hate Sheggz, you hate Bella, you don't want to say this, blah, 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 blah. So I deliberately kept quiet because I knew that when it happens, you all are going to have to see it for yourself. And guys, guess what? Lo and behold, it happens today. As I'm talking to you right now, it's still ongoing. There's still tension in the house. Tempers are still flaring. Phyna, yes, who is the other party to this anger, is really upset. Sheggz looks kind of subdued because he probably did not really expect that in his wildest dreams, another housemate, a female specifically, was going to shut him up, make him look stupid, rubbish him, and put him down right in his place where he should be. Ladies and gentlemen, let's just get into this video because I cannot wait to unpack all the juicy tea about what really transpired between Sheggz and Bella this morning whilst they were deliberating on their weekly wager task. Guys, there's a lot to spill, all right? So please watch to the end of this video so that you do not skip one bit, all right? But before we start, let me officially welcome all of you back to my YouTube channel. You are welcome back. My name is Bbnaija. This is Frankly Speaking with Glory, and I am the girl with the tea. The tea of this video is all about the altercation between Sheggz and Phyna. Guys, it was really intense, but before we get into it, yes, please do not forget to do exactly what you see on your screen if you are new on this channel and if you are yet to subscribe to this family. All right, now that said, let's just quickly get into the gist. So Big Brother had given the housemates their weekly wager task brief yesterday, and according to Big Brother, this week's theme is all about the act of kindness. Now for the brief, the housemates were to create certain products, to form a skincare line, and they are to do like a product launch. They are to show how the products were to be used, and Big Brother placed emphasis on the presentation, right, and the packaging of the products. That is how he was going to score the housemates, right, on their efforts that they've put into preparing all what they've been briefed, right, about the task. And so another brief came in this morning. It was all about the Quidax hypo, cleaning the environment and cleaning the house chores and whatever kind of task. And I definitely had to remind the housemates that, listen, even though this new task comes with some certain pocket naira that's to be benefited, they should not lose sight of the fact that they have the actual weekly wager task, to prepare for, because that is where their weekly supplies is going to come from. And so they decided to start brainstorming. Now, everybody was talking, right? Not really everybody, but mostly people from the level 2 house were talking, because guys, let's give it to them. They have the bragging right for the set of housemates that has won more wager task this season, and this is week 5, but they've won at least, I think, 3 or 4 out of all the wagers that they have been doing since this season started. So what's her name, Daniela, spoke. She said she's going to be in charge of advertisement and the presentation. Adekule and Brian volunteered to be in charge of the product packaging and the design as well, because Adekule is a professional in that field. He's a marketing and advertising professional in the real world. And then Phyna, in seeing that a lot of people were getting the whole concept confusing, meeting, she stood up and suggested that, listen, this thing is not really, you know, it does not really require too much brain work like that it's quite easy. They could just use 2 presenters, and then they will have models, you know. So while the presenters are presenting, then the models will be showcasing the product, you know, make it look like a fashion show, but not really a fashion show. So the models will be showing the product and then using the products and demonstrating how the products could be used. And when Cheesy had spoken, he had also said something similar to that. Now other people spoke, and then it got to Sheggz's turn. All this while, Sheggz and Bella, in fact, at some point, they weren't even at the, you know, the lounge area when all these conversations were happening. They were at the dining, they were eating, they were taking their time. And after they were done taking their time to eat, they had joined the rest of the housemates in the lounge. Initially, Sheggz was quiet. And then, after Phyna had given her own explanation, right, Sheggz now, you know, spoke that he did not agree with what she said, and then he started giving his own idea. Now, guys, guess what? This his own idea wasn't actually his own idea, because what he did was he kept on picking from what everybody had said. Oh, like Daniela has said, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Oh, like Phyna said, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Like, he literally picked from all what everybody had been saying, made it look like it was his own idea, and he said, oh, that's my own point, that's my own. Even me, guys, from when I was watching the show, I was confused. I'm like, but bruv, you just said you didn't agree with what these people said, but now you're literally repeating what they said, only that you were using your own words. How does that even make sense? Now, quite naturally, anybody would be really upset, and that had really infuriated Phyna. And she has stood up and said, oh, man, listen, that this kind of thing, they vex me, or like, these are the kind of stuff that actually really do piss me off. That what is the difference between what I just said and what you are saying again, you know? So Sheggz immediately picked that up and was like, oh, what do you mean this kind of thing pisses you off? Like, what the F do I have to do if it pisses you off? So Phyna was very upset, and she was like, listen, this is what I said, and it is my suggestion. So if any other person wants to bring their own suggestion, it's fine. It doesn't matter. I have given my own suggestion. And then she sat down, but then Sheggz was still making side comments. And that kind of was infuriating Phyna. So she got up and left. Now, Phyna wasn't the only person that had left, right? She had left to go and cool off. Daniela too had left to go and get breakfast. She said she had ulcer. Amaka had also left. Hermes too had gone to go and get breakfast. So Phyna had left to the closet area to go and cool off. And Groovy had gone after her, you know, to talk to her about coming back. And she said, it's not like she's not going to come back, you know, that, I mean, Groovy knows how she is, that she's upset, she needs to cool off, you know, before she says whatever she doesn't want to say. Now, the show had gone on an ad break, and by the time they returned, we had seen the whole house in flames. Everybody was, hey.
Why is he shouting?
Why you speaking that? I'm here. You're mad. You just came here. Like, don't be chatting shit.
Phyna particularly was really upset. She was seriously blasting Sheggz. Sheggz as well was throwing words at her. But guys, guess what? Phyna did not back down. No. She came out to the living area and she was telling him, you're a very stupid boy for what you said.
I chilled. I came back. We're about to settle the issue because you're say nonsense to me again. I will go. Now you get Big Brother now. Come carry self-contained inside.
Apparently, it turned out that whilst the show had gone on an ad break, Sheggz had been still upset, you know, by the fact that Phyna left to go and cool off, and then he had said something about, oh, don't worry, you are going to go home on Sunday. So that had really infuriated Phyna, and she was, you know, she came to the rescue for herself. She was really blasting Sheggz back. Now, the thing had actually spread onto Rachel, who felt like, no, that what Sheggz said was very, very rude and condescending. And she was asking, like, I don't understand. Why would you say such a thing? What Phyna did, of course, was not right. But you going to that extent of telling her that she was going to go home. Who are you? Is it your father's house? So Sheggz was blasting Rachel and even challenging her, you know, to leave the kitchen where she was and come to the lounge so that they can both, you know, attack each other verbally, whatever. Now, Phyna, on the other hand, was very provoked, and she was also lashing out at Sheggz. And guys, to be very frank with you, in Phyna style, she really bashed Sheggz over and over and over and over, to the point that the guy, there were certain things that Phyna said, he had to go and sit at the dining area and was quiet.
Wahala.
Phyna's upset was, now your papa gets Big Brother. Like, who the hell are you? Like, so because Almighty Sheggz is in the house, if I am upset, my feelings are not valid, you know. So Phyna's annoyance as well was that, aside what he has said about her going home, she said that she was upset. She needed to cool off, you know, so that she does not transfer that energy to the rest of the people in their deliberation session. So why was Sheggz making a big deal out of it? She wasn't the only person that left the space, you know. So everybody was angry, guys, to be very honest. Everybody was angry, you know, about the things that Sheggz had said. Now, Phyna wasn't the only person that was upset. Groovy had also been upset because he expected better from his friend Sheggz, yeah? For him, it took offense when Sheggz had said that Phyna was going to go home. For him, that was Sheggz taking the whole thing too far. Phyna was really upset and she was like really laying her ground, you know, to Sheggz. Sheggz was quiet. Bella was giving side talks, you know, side talks. I was actually expecting her to go and fire back at Phyna, but she was actually giving side talks. Now, I told you all that everybody was actually upset. Swags was literally screaming his head off. Remember, he's supposed to be assisting Chumsy, so he was angry. But guys, I was wondering, like, okay, Swags, why are you shouting like that? If you want to direct your anger to one person, go ahead and do so. But that was how this guy shouted until he lost his voice. And then Swags and Chumsy, they had gone outside. Hermes had joined him, and Diana had also joined them outside. And now they were all judging the case. Guess what? Hermes was now agreeing with Phyna that for people that have actually won their wager 4 times or even 3 times, that at least they, as level 1 housemates who had lost a number of times, they should have at least given them the benefit of doubt to share their ideas on how, you know, what helps them to win their wager. But then somebody will say something and then you're coming to come and repeat the whole thing. You think this is level 1, you're coming here again to come and do the same thing you normally do in level 1, forgetting that people are actually different. So I was wondering, like, okay, Hermes, why are you hiding your mouth to say it? Why can't you say it in front of Sheggz? Why can't you say it directly to Sheggz? Or if you're upset with Phyna, why can't you say it directly at these people? Then you now go in front of them and act as if, oh, you are cool with them and all what. Number one, Phyna was wrong to have walked out because we're having a collective conversation. It was supposed to be a deliberation session for their wager task. So no matter how upset she was, self-control is key. She would have controlled herself, you know, just chilled until the meeting was over, and then you leave and go and vent. Or if you want to leave, you take excuse that, oh, excuse me, I need to go and do something. You leave. Just take an excuse for something else. You leave and go and cool off, right? But the fact that she just stood up and left, for me, I felt like that was actually disrespectful to the entire house. And the fact that she kind of expected that the level 1 housemate will understand that, oh, this is who I am Phyna. When I am upset, I need to stay away, you know, so I don't transfer aggression. I felt like that was actually unfair because, number one, this is the first time they're actually having a deliberation session. So she couldn't have really expected that all the level 1 housemates would have automatically understood that, oh, this is how Phyna is. So in that regard, I fault Phyna. I fault her. That was wrong. Now, talking about Sheggz's own role in the whole thing, Sheggz was wrong 100%, guys. I mean, you don't have any ideas of your own. You've made it your habit. When there's a deliberation session going on, instead of you to open your mouth, open your brain, bring up your own idea, you keep quiet, listen to what everybody has said. You will not come and do summary as if they sent you. You will not pack everything and now regurgitate it and say it all over again, making it look like you are the smartest in the room, as if the people that actually gave the original ideas don't have sense. For me, I felt like that was also disrespectful to the ideas of, or to the people that actually brought on the original ideas. Then secondly, telling Phyna that she's going to go home and then thinking that Phyna was not going to react or any other person was not going to react. Bruv, truly, now your papa get Big Brother, or you know the CEO of Big Brother, of Multi-Choice, or you know Big Brother himself. Like, what the hell? Why would you say such a thing? Who gave you such authority? Who gave you such powers? For me, guys, I felt like that was really condescending. That was really rude. I mean, as I said, that was very offensive. Nobody knows who's going to be evicted. If I thought there's going to be an eviction next week. So for Sheggz to have said that, that was very wrong. It came off as wrong on all levels. And the reaction he got from Phyna, guys, I would say 100% that he completely deserved it. Yes, because if such words were thrown back at him, he would not be able to condone it. And then my judgment about Bella, seriously, I'm not really surprised because Bella will sway wherever Sheggz sway. Yeah, we call that loyalty, but I will call it blind loyalty. Yeah, Bella needs to learn how to call Sheggz on his bullshit. Period. Anyways, guys, this is where I'm going to end this video for now. The housemates, they are still talking. People are trying to have conversations with their different cliques and corners. I'll be bringing you guys more updates about this particular situation. But once again, I want to say, I told you so. Told you that if Sheggz and Phyna clashes, it would be crazy. It would be bloody. And that was exactly what just happened. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know in the comment section below how you feel about this slight, not really slight, but about this altercation between Sheggz and Phyna. And I'll see you guys on another video soon. Have an amazing day.